2. Well. So, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are listening, hearing from. My name is JP, and this is How Do You Loop on a Tuesday. Tuesday Tunes. How do you loop? Tuesday Tunes. How to loop. So this channel is John Paul Music UK, and I just want to do a couple of things straight away. First of all, hi. This live stream is sponsored, and it's sponsored by our friends over at DistroKid. One sec. There we go. Sound a little bit better now. There we go. There we go. So yes, this live stream is sponsored by DistroKid, our friends. That's why I'm wearing the T-shirt. So DistroKid is a music distribution company, and if you've got songs and you want to get them out there in the world, then what you do is you give them to DistroKid, and they push it out to all the online stores and musical streaming sites around the world. So DistroKid charge you one price per release, which is $19. So yes, so if there's a link that's here, and it's in the description box as well. So if you click the link, it will give you 7% off your first annual membership. So thank you very much to DistroKid for sponsoring this live stream. Now, first of all, after a couple of live streams ago, the old joke of, is this the right channel for the Dyson vacuum demo? Nope. I'm not getting into that today. So there we go. Oh, managed to just make the chat disappear. That was clever. There we go. Cool. Let's do that. Let's add the chat back in. So I'm using OBS today. I haven't used it in a while, and we're just adding back things back in that was there originally. So yeah, where's that gone? There it is. Oh, that one. That one. Restream chat. There it is. Cool. And then we'll just grab that and add it, shall we? There we go. We can add it in now. Yeah. And then we'll add it into this scene as well. Why not? Add that into there like so. There we go. Ooh, all over my leg. So let's get back to what we were talking about. This is Tuesday Tunes, and what I've got on the floor is the Boss RC-505 loop station. I've also got the TC Helicon Voice Live Play acoustic, and for those of you who are yet again in another pedal board fit-in, and just about, and yes, I'm using tie wraps, and yes, they're white, and they just about fits this in with the FS7 pedal next door, and then my volume pedal is actually on the side now, so it's here. I have to sort of reach to going to go that way or that way. I wish or hope they bring out a BCB 1000, which is longer, and there we go, that's my opinion, because then that way I could put the TC Helicon in there, and I could put this round to here, and just use the volume like on the side, like a volume pedal, as opposed to on the side. So I'm just testing it at the moment. I've got a couple of gigs coming up, so I thought I'd just give it a whirl and see what's happening. Cool. Are DistroKid associated with Dyson? No, they're not. I'm in Spain. Hi, hope you're well. Quick question. Is it possible to put the guitar and mic through an RC3 dual mono looping? Yes, it is. So if you can get yourself an XLR to jack, you can put that in on one input, and then the second input, you just put your guitar in. I do that with the RC5. And then it's dual mono, so just remember it's not coming out in stereo. She's just using input 1 and input 2 as opposed to left and right, if that makes sense. So yes, you can do that, absolutely. And hello from Spain. I hope it's nice and sunny there. It's quite sunny here in the UK this afternoon, which is quite nice. And I'm stuck indoors. Right, stream is breaking up and it keeps freezing. Okay, cool, excellent. Just what we want to hear as we come back. Right, there's two options here, because the first stream actually lasted about 3.5 minutes and then it broke, so which was great. So there's two options I can do here. I can disappear for about 4 or 5 minutes and then try and make it that it doesn't break up, or I can carry on and you guys deal with a broken stream. I'm sure you don't want to do that. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep some music playing whilst I just fix this stream. This is live. This is what happens. But we're gonna try not to break the stream, if that makes sense. So you guys are going to have a look at my logo. I'm going to play some little tune, which is Tuesday Tunes. You know, just play it in the background while you're reading a book or something. And then what we'll do is we'll get down to business. So what we'll do is we'll get this sorted. So yeah, so apologies about couple of issues today, but I'm just going to switch one or two things over. So just give me one a sec and have a listen to this crazy tune. About to change one or two things over, so this is why you're not seeing me on screen right now, because I'm running around like a blue-ass fly on steroids. Give me 2 seconds. We're gonna fix it. Isn't modern technology wonderful? Okay, it says we're back. Just let me know if we are back. I hope we are back. I hope you found me and it's coming in. I hope you can hear me. Give me a shout if you can. Hi. Right there. Testing my own stream right now on 2 different Wi-Fis, which is really stupid. There we go. Live. Yes, working. Good. Cool. All right then. Hi. How's that? Is that better? So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you're from. I hope you can see this. I hope you can hear this. It looks like it's working here. My name is JP. This is Tuesday Tunes, and just a bit of a bumpy start, but that's the way it happens sometimes. It just happens that way, doesn't it? Wherever you are from, I am here to basically do how to loop. Sound and image is clean. Yeah! That's because I'm using a different Wi-Fi. So let me go from the top. This is the RC-600 that's at my feet. That is my foot. And it's on a different board. I've been using the BCB 90, and now this is the BCB 1000, both by Boss. And it just about fits the RC-600 on. And we've got the FS7 pedal just here, just out of shot there, just in the dark. And then we've got the TC Helicon Voice Live Play Acoustic, which is not on the board. And then we've got this which is my volume pedal, and it's on the side, so now I have to go like that or like that. The reason is the BCB 1000 isn't as long as I want it to be, but there we go. It's because it's a sort of carry-on flight case kind of style, which I love. I think it's brilliant, and it's got rollers, and it's great. All your cables go underneath. It's fantastic. It's just not long enough. It's long enough if you've got an RC-600 and that's it, and maybe an FS7 pedal. But if you want more, to add more on, it's very, very tight. There's a little bit of space here. I could put a tiny little pedal here, maybe. But yeah, that's about it. So if I want this on board, that's not going to happen. But yeah, it's great. It's a great little pedal board. It's cool. And I've got a couple of gigs coming up, so I'm testing it. Internet is much better. Is much better Ethan Wi-Fi. Cool. So with that being said, what I'm going to do is I'll do what I did before. So this live stream is sponsored, and it's sponsored by our friends over at DistroKid. So if you've got music, you want to push it out there to the world, then DistroKid can help you do that. What you do is you give your songs to them. They push it out to all the online stores and streaming sites around the world, including social media, including things like Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. And then you can basically get some money from it. Other music distributors basically charge you per release. These guys charge you one price per year, which starts at $19.99. And basically, you can push as much music as you want. Singles, LPs, live streams, complete studio albums, whatever you want. Complete live shows, as long as it's all your own music. And if you are doing covers, then you can get a license for those covers as well. It is a license per cover, but DistroKid can help you with that. This link that's underneath, if you click it, that's in the description box. It gives you 7% of your first annual membership with DistroKid. And thank you, DistroKid, for sponsoring this video, this live stream even. Oh, we're having fun today. And there we go. So let's get back over to this view, right? Okay, because this is the view really interested in. I'm just in the corner up here. Hi. So let's get this sorted. So let's have a quick look at what we can do. So, Medcart, I'm new to looping, and all of these terms make no sense to me. That's okay. I'm going to defib that for you, so we'll do that sorted. Bryant, then you need to sign up for his masterclass on the RC-600 and get up to speed. Oh, thank you very much. That's really nice of you. Yes, I do have a masterclass, sort of full course. I don't call it a masterclass, but yes, a course, full course on this monster. So if you have, I know someone who's brand new to looping and they've bought the RC-600 straight from the get-go. I actually think that's a brilliant idea, because instead of having to unlearn everything, you're just going straight in at the deep end, and you can start really simply. So let's go through a couple of terms for Medcart, if that's what you want to do. I watched the stream on the course, Brian, but ended up on the vacuum cleaner site. Stop it. I genuinely still don't know if that's a prank or what, but do you know what? It totally got me. So my guitar and my microphone, I'm just going to explain this to people who don't know how I do this. My guitar and my microphone are plugged into the TC Helicon Voice Live Play Acoustic. That comes out stereo, so you can have it in mono, so you can have it coming out one vocal and one guitar. But I bring it out stereo because it's stereo effects, and that goes into both the XLRs, mic 1 and 2, on this RC-600. So that is actually stereo in, so I actually turn it onto stereo. It's mono, so I'm not using the XLRs for just separate mics. It's for a mix of the microphone and the guitar. So I can't change that mix in the RC600. I could go mono if I wanted to, but it's just too complicated, if I'm quite honest. So I've just gone in like that because it's just a better quality. And then also it's just a stereo out. So I'm not doing multi-out. I do that on a certain gig where I do 4 out. But you can just see here, there's 2 jacks. They're going out to my speaker over there, and then I'm using the USB so you can hear me, and that's it. So I'm just going to basically show you a couple of things. Now, this patch, this memory that I've got is called JP01. Now, in the course, you can actually get this this patch if you want to. Ooh, I talk too fast. Yes, I do. I'm sorry. This will be available on replay, and of course, apparently on YouTube, you can slow things down, which is hilarious when it comes to my voice. So imagine basically you haven't got all my gubbins. You've just got the RC600. You plug the guitar in, and you can plug it into jack on input number 1. Input instrument left, okay, that's mono. And then you plug a microphone in, okay, so microphone 1. So microphone and guitar going into here, okay? And then you've got 6 tracks, and what we've got is we've got basically a way to stop and start each track. So if you follow my feet, this is track 1, record, play, overdub. This is track 1, stop and clear. So if you record something, I'll record something right now. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So 4, it goes green normally, 3, 4, but mine I've got it set up so it goes straight to yellow, which is overdub, which means I can record something on top of that 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can go play 1, 2, put it into overdub, 4, and I'll record something else. Overdub. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So that's all on one loop. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not on multiple loops or anything like that. I've got me strumming the guitar, singing, talking, all at the same time, and it's all going on one loop. So we've got a recording and we've got an overdub. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now that is coming in 97 beats per minute, because it's told me that. As soon as you press the button and then you press it again, then basically it goes back in. How much is the course? Well, I have I have 2 courses. So I have a How to Loop Like a Pro course, which is about looping on any pedal, and that is $97. But if you put Loop Like a Pro in the checkout, all in capitals, Loop Like a Pro, it'll take $30 off. The RC600 course is now $197, or you can actually do it for 4 months at $50. So you can actually do it, basically, spread the cost, but if you do it $197, you're getting $3 off, basically. But you can spread the cost if you want over 4 months, but it's $197. And we've already added things to the course since its release, because of course, pun intended, new software's come out, so version 1.2, is it 1.2 on now? That has come out for this, and there's a couple of new things for it. So that course is there, and then you can replay it as much as you want. I go into much detail. I'm a lot more slowed down, just so you're aware. I do talk quite fast on live streams, and apologies about that. So the great thing about a multi-phrase looper is exactly that. You can do multi-phrases in 2 different ways. So, John Wynn, good afternoon, sir. Currently walking through the course. It's been a huge help. Lovely. So there should be a link to the course in the description box, just underneath the DistroKid stuff as well, if you want to go and grab it. So with a multi-phrase looper, if you're not familiar with looping, then you can either do a couple of things. First of all, you can loop different lengths. So this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, is literally 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1 bar, okay? What I can do is, on loop number 2, which is here, and I've got 6 of them, on loop number 2, I can put a different length if I want to. Now, traditionally, for me, I always put multiples of lengths, so it works out quite well, okay? And you can also do different lengths as well with the new update. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So if I was to put down a chord structure, I'll put down 4 chords. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, I actually did it twice. I went all the way around to look at the actual dial going around the outside just here. Showing you how far it's going to go around. Okay. He is a cowboy. Yeah. Now I can stop loop 1 and loop 2 will keep on going. Until I stop it myself. And you've got 6 of those tracks, and they can all record multi, which means that you can all play at the same time. The other thing you can do with this is you can turn those loops into what we call single mode, and most people use that for things like a verse and then a chorus. So as you press 1, the other one stops. So for example, you'd have one with those 4 chords, and that could be your verse, and then you do another one, which would be the chorus and different chords, and you can jump between one and the other. The great thing about the RC-600 is you can do a mixture. So you may have noticed I put a beat down on track 1, loop 1, and then I could have that as multi, which means it will play no matter which single mode is playing. And then I can basically play track 2, and then track 3 will jump over, but track 1 will stay playing. I hope that makes sense to you. But the default is actually that it's all multi. It means it all plays at the same time on top of each other. Now, obviously, songs have different structures and different chords. Some songs are only 4 chords long. Some songs, like Dance the Night by the Mavericks, is 2 chords all the way through. And so it's just D, well, I've got it down as D and A. That's how I play it. And it's just that all the way through. So you don't need to change chord structures. So I'll give you an example for that. By the way, if you wondered what I just did there, I went down a memory, up a memory, and it's just erased it. So let's do Dance the Night Away by the Mavericks. So right now on track 1, I'm just building up the track, building up the drums as you hear it. The RC-600 also has its own drum beats. Now it'll sound a little bit out there because obviously I'm put my own funk and groove on it, but you can also go. And that way you don't have to put your own boots and cats down. I like to. It's just obviously personal preference. Some people have backing tracks. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. So let me just put this Dance the Night Away down. Start that again, shall we? Yeah, Steve. Hope we're well. Yes, I am well, mate. Good. Got the course, and my RC-600 comes tomorrow. Wicked. First thing you need to do, update it. Just update it. That's the very first thing you need to do. Before we even start playing, just update it. So all I've done there is I've just played D and A a couple of times on top of each other, a 2-bar loop. I can now add a bass in. Now I single my basses. Here comes my happiness again. Should have been. This is for the cowboy John Wynn. 'Cause now she's gone and I am free. And you can do a thing to me. Just wanna dance the night away with senoritas who can sway. And now tomorrow's looking bright. Another sunny morning light. So right there I just added another loop on top of the drums just to give it a bit more, just to make it a bit more full. Did you hear it? Now of course we can go in the verse, I can take this out. Good seeing, please let her know that I'm well, as you can tell. She wants me back, tell her no, I gotta go. Now, top right hand corner, right in there, is a all start stop. So of course, you can do this as a little bit of a drop beat. So what you can do is you can go, I gotta go 2, 3, 3, and then leave the 4, and then go on to bar 1, beat 1. So let me show you this as it breaks down. So a quick stop and start, again, basically it does the world of wonders. It breaks up the loop a little bit for the audience. So let's do this again. I gotta go. Just wanna dance the night away. Yeah. With senoritas who can sway. Right now tomorrow's looking bright, just like that sunny morning light. She should tell you. No, I've actually stopped there. Now you may notice there's more than one voice when I'm singing. That's the TC Helicon. That's doing my harmonies. So I can just press, or play, sorry, press. I can play any chord, so that's a D. La 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 la. La 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 la. I'd like to see this man play live in a pub. Well, funnily you should mention that because I did that last week. And I'm doing it this Friday. And I'm also playing on Saturday as well. So yes, I do this. I play like sort of 2 45-minute sets on Friday. I'm playing 3 45-minute sets. Yeah, it's going to be fun playing in Liverpool, down by Penny Lane. Yes, that Penny Lane. So there we go. So that is really, really simple. That is a 2-chord D and A. Just want to dance the night away. So, by the way, I'm playing in Dadgad. That doesn't matter what you're playing in. Obviously, you can play your own chords, but I play in Dadgad. For me, it's easier because one note, that's D, and that's A, with a nice D underneath. I have 2 guitars, so I play this one, which is in Dadgad, and the other one is in normal tuning. They're both the Yamaha APXs. So this is the APX 500 Series 1. And then that's the APX 600, which is just there out of shot there. Oh, no, you can see it. Just there. So, yeah. So that's basically a loop. That is obviously a 3-bar loop. Now, I haven't used loops 4, 5, or 6 yet, and I probably don't need to for that song. I could maybe add the harmonies on if I wanted to, but it just takes more time. And the audience don't care. That's the one thing you have to realize about this, and you have to sort of just be a bit humble to. The audience don't really care about you looping. If you're on a TED Talk or if you're being paid like to show off a looping scenario, then people will watch a pin drop, and that's really, really important. If you're on a Friday night in a pub and people just want to get up and dance, they're not really fussed about your loop. I need to make the loop nice and quick. So for me, it's got to be about sort of just playing, getting on with it, and that's it. I'll give you a little bit of hint. I know John Wynn personally, not the cowboy, but the man who's just messaged there. And he's got an RC-300, and he's migrating over to the 600 as we speak. And we had a conversation. So if you want to actually have a look at one of the previous How Do You Loop videos, we did an interview, and I interviewed John. And he's a live loop artist. He plays in pubs and clubs around this area, just the same as me. And it's very interesting because he uses it in a very different way, where his first set is all live loops and creates all the live loops. His second set, he actually has sort of pre-recorded beats ready to go, because it just needs to be faster. It needs to be a fast build on the loop, because people are up and dancing and they don't want to see you doing this. 4, 5, 6. It's too boring. So certainly if people want to get up and dance, and John does a lot of funky stuff. He does a lot of funky Motown and things like that. So it depends on what you're doing, and it depends on the scenario that you're in. If you're in a ticketed event and you're playing all your own music, like I will be on Saturday, it will be my own music and I'll be building it all live, and there won't be anything pre-recorded. However, I've got a couple of tracks on here that are ready to go. So let me just skip over to one of them right now. And this is Blame It on the Boogie by the Jacksons. And this is just basically 3 loops that are already kind of pre-recorded in. They're still looped. There's no backing track, as it were. I've done it all. But this is all ready to go, so we can go like this. Watch this. And haven't got the words in me, so sing like this. And now I forgot the chord, but it's okay, it keeps going, and we will all just sing and go along with the sunshine. I'm blaming on moonlight, I'm blaming on the good times, I'm blaming on the reggae. Sunshine, I'm blaming on the moonlight, I'm blaming on the good times, blaming on the reggae. Okay? Very different to what we just started with, where we recorded everything to begin with. So, how have I done this? Well, basically, I've used a mixture of multi-mode and single mode. So what this looks like, hang on a second. Just checking, you can see me, right? You can see what I'm doing, can't you? I hope you can see what I'm doing, because the picture that's showing is saying that it's just not showing. That's weird. Those aren't the words. They're not. No, they're not. Absolutely not. So yes, so fun and games. When you're doing about 60, 70 songs, you can't remember all of them in your head right in the moment. But this is just a spare of the moment thing that I wanted to show you. So, for example, we've got 3 loops here. And these 3 loops, they are pre-recorded, but they're me. They're not backing tracks. They're backing tracks that I've made. Does that make sense? There we go. So, yeah, cool. It is working. I just want to double check, make sure. Yep, no problems. Cool. We can see you and the pedal. Cool. Excellent. Thank you. Restream's not showing the up-to-date picture. There we go. Because we are streaming to multiple places at the same time. So let me break this down for you. Let's break it down. Oh, GP, stop it. Track 1 is the beat, and this is in multi-mode. With it. And all that kind of jazz, right? That doesn't change. That is in multi-mode. Track 2 and track 3 are in single mode. So, basically, track 2 is the chorus. Sunshine, the man moonlight, don't blame it on the good times, blame it on the reggae. So that is okay, so it's a D, where are we? E, D, E. Can't remember now. You can figure it out. I know that's a C. I'm terrible with this, aren't I? D. Had it here, but yeah, so it's that. Now you heard a little bit of a wow, 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 and that's one of the effects in the RC-600. So move over on track select and tap it twice, or if you're out the box you have to hold it down, you'll get to mode 3, which is the effects. So we've got a couple of effects, and this one, that's the effect I was using. So and that's what you hear. So that's also recorded in as well. Now there's also a bass line. Now I've got 2 basses that I can use, and I sing all my basses, I don't play them. So I can either use the bass on the TC Helicon, and it's a little bit thinner than the bass on the RC-600. So there's this one is called Barry White, and it goes like this. Still like a human element for it, where basically it's not too massively deep, but it's got a little bit of human element. The bass on the RC-600, this is the G to B, this is the guitar to bass, it's 70%, which is now sometimes one sounds better than the other, depends on what song you're doing. So the RC-600 one is very, very full, and it's very big and deep. And I played it in a pub a couple of weeks back, and it just shook the speakers, so I ended using a different one. But it depends on what you need, and it is really deep. But if the speakers can't handle it, don't use it. So using those 2 effects on this, we'll give you this. Oh yeah, just me singing as well. Sunshine. Don't blame it on a blame it on a okay, and then obviously we've got the lead part, which is the intro lead bit. There's one note wrong there. I'll have to change it. But anyway, I was trying to figure out how to play it. Okay, I was actually trying to figure out how to play it. So I recorded myself in while this was going. What I recorded was me going bum 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 bum, and I just left it in, because actually once I added the guitars in and the bass, I actually sung the bass the same line. Dun, dun, dun. That's the wrong note. I've got to change that. But sounds right. And for a pub gig, it's cool. Sounds okay. Obviously when I play the right chords. So that's how you can actually carry on using multi-mode and single mode, because when I press track 2 and track 1's playing, when I press track 3, track 2 stops, but track 1 carries on going. So have a look at this. So that's track 1 and 2 playing together. Flashing. Track 2 has stopped, track 3 is going, but track 1 is going as well. Hope you can hear me. Turn that down a bit. So right now, track 1 and 3 are playing. Flashing, I don't have to press it in time. And then track 1 and 2 are playing. So this is a great way to use multi-mode and single mode together, because you can have track 1 as your drums and beats, and then you can just do verse and chorus. Now you've got 6 of them to play with, so what you could do is you can actually do verse, chorus, bridge, intro, breakdown, if you really, really wanted to. But I just wanted to show you that as an option. Now, if you're not a beatboxer, or you're not basically, doing any sort of like drum noises with your mouth, or you're not doing, you don't want to do that. You've always got the rhythm. So you've always got the rhythm that you can use. There is a rhythm there. I've assigned my FS7 pedal to be my rhythm. So what I've done here is, the top one is basically start and stop. The bottom one is tap tempo. So hang on. Let me do this again. Right. So top one is basically start and stop. Okay? So I can just tap it on once, tap it again, and it starts and it stops. The bottom one is the tap tempo. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Make it quicker. Now you may have heard there, it did a little bit of a fill, right? Because what I've also done is the bottom one, if I press it once, it will change the variation from, I think it's variation A to variation D on whatever rhythm that you're using. So, variation A, press it once, variation D with a little psh. Okay? To variation A. As long as I only tap it once, it'll do a fill between one and the other. If I tap it once and then once again, it'll probably put it about 40 BPM and really slow down. So yeah. But I just wanted to show you that. Obviously, if you're not beatboxing, you've got the rhythm there and everything else. Angus, hi there. Hello. Nice to see you're back. Thank you. Yes, I'm back with a vengeance. So just to bring up to speed, different pedal board today. This is the Boss BCB 1000, but I can't fit the TC Helicon Voice Live Play Acoustic onto it, but we're playing with it and just seeing what it's like. Yes, so there we go. So this is basically how to loop, which is, I normally call it Tuesday Tunes. And we've not been playing a lot of tunes, I've been describing a lot of things. And I'm really, really happy that obviously people have picked up the RC600 course. Thank you very much for trusting me, because obviously we've done lots of videos on it already, and it's just basically breaking it down into different sections so you guys will get it. Sorry about that. So I'm just going to take this guitar off, which is the dad gag guitar, because I need to do two things. I'm going to get the normal guitar, but I also want to grab my drink because I've left it way over there. And yes, it's a stein. It's a full stein of, like, juice. I think it's raspberry juice. Just raspberry juice, by the way. Oh, down there. Right. Let's grab the other guitar. Okay, so I also grabbed the capo as well. Yes, the TC is back, Angus, until such time, if more effects come to the RC600, you know what effect I want. It's the only one I want left, and that'll be the Holy Grail then. That's it, I won't need the RC600. So, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, the RC600 has, is it over 55 or 57 different effects now? It's really good. You've got amps in there, you've got distortions, you've got all kinds, the ones I've been using, they've got basses, you've got rhythmic ones, so. You've got reverbs. And you've got track effect ones, which basically affect the loops. So, bass. We've got this one. But there's one that's eluding, and there is there's more than one. There's two. There's two harmony effects, and everyone got quite giddy when the RC600 came out about the harmony effects, and then we quickly realised that you need MIDI for it to figure out the chords. The TC Helicon figures it out just from the sound. It figures it out whether you're playing. That's a G. La 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 la. La 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 la. That wasn't the best example in the world, but probably not in tune. Babe, no miles away, something that I want to say. See the way it changed there? Yeah. I'm keeping the same note. Is the note. No. Okay, change the note there. No. So it doesn't matter if it's DAD-GAD, normal tuning. Basically, you plug the guitar into the TC Helicon, and it follows the chords along and then gives you what you want. So therefore, this one's got one up and one down. It's got two harmonies. And then I can record that in, and that's all grand. It also has a compression and de-essing for the microphone, and it also has a thing called body res, which actually makes these guitars sound a little bit sweeter as well. So it's not just the harmonies, it's also a little bit more about the actual microphone. You can hear that, you can hear the reverb there, right? So if I hold that down now, the only reverb that's coming through is from the RC600. So it's basically like a cut-off so I can talk to the audience. There's a little bit of reverb, but that's not too bad. And then we've got things like this, where I can do like a Gorillaz. All kinds. So I love it, and it's been round with me on many a gig in many venues all over this country for years. I had the Voice Live 2, the Voice Live 3, the Voice Live 3 Extreme, the Voice Live Touch 2, I missed the Touch one. And I've done videos on that. I did that videos years ago, my old flat in Liverpool. And I settled on the Voice Live Play Acoustic, mainly because I was trying to loop with the Voice Live Touch 2, which you can do, and do the effects as well, and you have to sort of do it all here, like in your hands. So this works out best for me. However, when the RC600 came out, there is two versions of harmonies, but it needs MIDI to understand it. Now, I can either put a MIDI thing on my guitar and like a MIDI pickup and see if it'll do it like that, or I'm hoping in the future. I don't know anything, by the way. I don't know nothing. I want to state that right now, but I'm just praying in the future that they just put a harmony in, which follows the chords. That would just be the golden goose, but I think it's got to have a lot of technology to do that, so we'll see. Adam Hill from San Francisco. There you go. Hi, Adam. So, yes. Should we just do harmony? Adam Hill from San Francisco. Adam Hill from San Francisco. Sounds good. There we go. So basically, that's why this still stays around. And I'm looking for the ultimate pedal board. I've got 4 at the moment that I'm playing with, and I'm chopping and changing, and I'll be making a video soon about different pedal boards for the RC600 and more stuff, and I think that's the key thing. This pedal board right now, the BCB 1000, is perfect for the RC600 and an FS7 pedal, and that's about it. I could probably fit like a couple of the Boss small pedals on top, but that's it. I couldn't fit this on because it's a multi-effects processor. It's just not big enough. The other one is the BCB 90. I can fit the FS7, the RC600, and the expression pedal all along one side. And again, that's it. I can't put the RC600 in. I've got an old Stag pedal board, like one of the cheap ones, and I can fit loads of things in that. But again, it's just not got cabling, it's not got root, I can't put power in it. I'm playing around with one which is called Holyboard, the Holyboard pedal board 123, and that will fit everything. But it hasn't got a way of actually putting it in a case. The case that they sell for it is very expensive. So you buy the pedal board and then you've got to buy the case on top. It's like, it works out very, very expensive, basically. I'm looking at the Temple boards. I'm looking at another board as well. So I'm looking for the board that basically can fit everything on, can still be dynamic, can still hold everything, but then still isn't basically what actually me and John Wynn had, which is like a meter-long pedal board. And John Wynn had actually a gun rifle case in the end. So you end up having this really long thing because you want everything in front of you. You don't want to have two steps. And so I'm trying to find the perfect two-step, really, because I'd like to have it like this size, but then just have stuff on top that I can reach, like the headrush and a couple of things. You got a song. Yes, you did get a song. These days I'm recording it directly into Ableton Live, having fun with APC40 and Push. Nice. Still interested in live looping. Nice to hear your progress. Thank you, Adam. Yeah, the APC40, is it a Mark II? Hang on, APC40 and the Push. Have you got both of them side by side? That's incredible. The Push 2 is a fabulous piece of kit. I saw that demonstration where the guy just got like vinyl, just sampled a bit of vinyl and just made an entire song out of it. That was really clever stuff. Anyway, sorry, I'll stop talking and we'll get on with playing music. There's a song that I do which I mess around with a little bit. And again, this is a how to loop. This is Tuesday Tunes. I'll tell you what we haven't done before we get into it is this. This live stream is actually sponsored. It's sponsored by our friends over at DistroKid. They are a music distributor. So if you've got music and you're making music and you're recording music into things like Ableton Live with a Push and an APC40, and you want to get that out there in the world, then you're recording your original tracks, you've got covers, you can give it to DistroKid and they push it out to all the online stores and musical streaming sites around the world, things like Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, Pandora in the US, Deezer here in the UK and Germany, loads of other places, including social media, things like Instagram, TikTok, and you can use it in Reels as well. And most music distributors charge one price per release. DistroKid don't do that. They charge you one price for the entire year, and that starts at $20, $19.99. There's a couple of tiers. I'm on the middle one, which gives you 2 different artists, but you can also schedule the release. And this link that's underneath that they've kindly given us basically gives you 7% off your first annual membership. So if you want to make music for the rest of the year and going into 2023, that link is in the description box below, basically on Facebook and also on YouTube, here on YouTube. We're also streaming on Twitch, but I don't think it's on Twitch. But if you go onto that one, which is distrokid.com/VIP/John Paul Musical K, then you will basically get 7% of your first annual membership. Thank you very much to DistroKid for sponsoring this live stream. Now, the song I'm talking about, I just tried to play a Dadgad song tune on normal guitar tune, and that was silly, wasn't it? The song is Pompeii by Bastille. Now, this song is great. I love this song because the original track has got da-da-ba-da-bum-ba-dum-ba-da. I love that sound. But what I've done is I've basically messed around with it. And I just started messing around with it at home, and then it kind of played it once this way at a gig, and it kind of stuck that way. So it kind of just goes, where are we? I was left to my own devices. Right? So that's, sorry. I was left to my own devices. Right? That's the kind of the original song. What I've done is I've just basically put a swing beat on it. So. Oh yeah, I forgot to, I left the beat on, didn't I? You can arm the rhythm on the RC600, and if you do that and leave it on, it'll play next time you hit record. I left it on.
and the walls are tumbling down in the city that we love. Clouds roll over the hills and darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? I'm gonna be an optimist about this. I'm gonna be an optimist about this when you close your eyes.
Hello from France.
Many days as the shadows around us, and the walls get tumbling down in the city that we love. Clouds roll over the hills, and darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? I'm gonna be an optimist about this. I'm gonna be an optimist about this when you close your eyes. Do we begin to bubble all our sins? Oh, do we begin to bubble all our sins? And the walls are tumbling down in the city that we love. Great clouds roll over the hills and darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? I'm at a payphone.
So there we go. So that is Pompeii by Bastille. Now, it's real simple because it's a 4-chord structure. You don't have to change anything apart from just stop at one point where you do an extra D, but there we go. So this is on capo 2. This is C, G, E minor, D. Now, you may notice that when I do my E minors, I do it a little bit like Wonderwall E minor. So I go. It's got that nice tone to it. But we start off, obviously, with the beat. Now, the other thing as well is another reason why I use the TC Helicon is because if I put it into harmony mode and go and do beatboxing, it's got 3 voices. So listen to this. I go, that's my normal voice. Just gives another element to 2 other elements, and just gives it a little bit more of a thicker sound. You may notice as well, I've got. You might hear that. Tambourine there, and also I've got a shaker there. I've also got a kazoo as well, and I'll go and grab them when I need them. What I really need is a little stand to put them on the stand here, so I can grab them even easier. But I do use them in the set. Anyway, I will get on with it. So, of course, is the single one, and go. Using the chords and using the harmony, and then. And I'm just muting. I'm just. And then you've got the third one. Now I don't bring that in to begin with. It is actually on the actual song. It's like right at the beginning. I don't bring it in. I do the first two. So we're going. Just get straight into verse 1.
I was left without home devices.
Just keeps it going real quick, and then you got those two going. Track 3, loop 3, is not recorded at this point. And then you've got the pre-chorus.
And the walls keep tumbling down, and the city that we love.
Harmony's on.
Control over the hills, with darkness from above.
That's where you start stop. So you got 2, 3, 4, and then start again. So it just means that you've just got to have that stop, and it just gives that extra bit to it because it's part of the song. And then close your eyes.
I almost feel like nothing changed at all, and if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before?
So this bit is basically turning the chords. Oh, sorry. This bit is turning the chords off, keeping the beat going.
I'm gonna be an optimist about this. C, G, D. When you close your eyes,
and then we bring in the bada badas. So you'll end up with. And then we just turn loop 3 off. And we've got everything. We've got everything we need. So obviously the harmonies add another element to it. Normally bring them in the pre-chorus. And the walls get tumbling down. Christopher, hi from France. Which vocal effect are you using? Well, it's over here, and it's this one called the TC Helicon Voice Live Play Acoustic. Such a catchy name. It's basically made by TC Helicon. It's called the Voice Live Play Acoustic. There's also a Voice Live Play, which is the electric version. There's also the Voice Live, which is a bigger version. This will give you 2 voices, one up and one down, or 2 up or 2 down. The Voice Live, which is the Voice Live 3, 2, and Extreme, can go up to 8 voices as well. So I've got this called High and Low. This is a patch called High and Low. 1, 2, 3, da da da. So. La 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 la. And it's just getting the chord from the guitar. So you plug your guitar in and then back out again, and then it picks the chord up no matter what you're playing, which is really good. So that's the vocal effect I'm using. For this one, I did use the bass of the TC Helicon as opposed to the bass of this, which is just an octave down. You don't use the RC-600 effects. Yes, I do. I do use the RC-600 effects, but for those in the know, if you want harmonies, it's got to be done via MIDI. There's no other way of doing it, which I don't do. So I do have effects. In fact, I will step you through with what effects I have right now. So on my little patch here, the first one is an LPF. I also do have a bass as well, because of the times when I don't take this with me, I do need a bass. And my bass is actually on effect, input effect B, which is this one. But you may notice I've also rerouted it, so it's also on here. So I don't use the undo redo. That undo redo button on mode number 1 is my bass. It's a lot deeper than the Barry White one on this one. And sometimes I don't use it, I was just saying before, because I used it in a pub the other week, and I did that. It's a lot deeper. I sing all my basses. I don't play the bass lines. I sing it all because it's easier for me. And I did that, and literally it was their own PA, and the speakers just went and just rattled. So I had to turn the bass on the bass down a little bit, if that makes sense. The other one I use, which I do use actually, is this one, the slicer. That's really cool when you're doing things like harmonies. You can actually build stuff up. So I use that a little bit. And then the last one is a really big reverb. So I use those. They're my 4 main that I use. I've also got track effects as well. So as we now have something recorded down, this one's cool.
I was caught in the lust in all of your vices, and I waste.
See what I did there?
I was caught in the lust in all of your vices.
So it's basically I cut it down. Don't use that one a lot. So for the track effects, the first one is a repeat, which is that one. And you notice I have to hold it down. It's a momentary thing, so it's not a lot like a toggle. It's not like an on and an off. I have to hold it down. When I let go, it stops. When I hold it down, it starts. That's easier for me because you can just hold down for a second and then it goes again. This one and this one, you can turn them on and leave them on. These ones, hopefully you can see that they're lighting up in the corner. So as I hold it down, it lights up, and as I let go, it comes off. Same with this one. Hold it down, lights up, and comes off. You can change that. You can basically say whether it's toggle or momentary. So I've just said momentary in the moment. So these two, whoops, there we go. Let me just play just the drums. So we'll turn it down a little bit. So this one is a beat repeat. You can get quite clever with it. You can do that. This one, really handy. It's not cutting out the vocal and the guitar at all. So it's still there. It's just affecting the track. It's a track effect. So it's only affecting the tracks, not the inputs, not these two. Of course, you can just let go and just cut it down. So if you've got all your beats and you just want to make a little slight change to beats, you don't want to be too repetitive, ironically, then you could obviously bring it back down for the verse and just let go for the chorus, and it's all back. It's really, really cool without turning things on and off. It's just a different way of using them. But yes, vocal-wise, I use those on the RC-600. They're the 4 main ones that I use. So basically the LPF, I use both for vocal and guitar. It's set to all. The bass is only set to vocal. It won't pick up on the guitar. So I could still record the guitar and go do, do, do. In fact, I'll do it. Oh, it's not meant to. Okay, it's not meant to do. I reset it. I've just remembered I reset it because someone was asking me about it. So. Yeah, so normally it's not at all, and the reason for that is because when I don't use this, the TC Helicon, I plug in a guitar into the guitar jack and a mic into the mic jack, and it was set to basically mic only. But because I'm plugging into both mic jacks, it's obviously affecting the input because this is coming in both inputs. So that's why that's doing that. Anyway, at least I knew I didn't make that change. This one is cool. And then this one is really good for like monk stuff. If you can guess the track. Amount of time there, but basically, have you got the track? Do you know what it is?
As I walk through the valley of the shadow and death.
Yes, Coolio. I also have a really long reverb on the TC Helicon. So when you combine them, it goes on forever. Maybe I'll do that one day. Maybe I'll do that one day. I'll just kind of just do the Star Trek theme tune in the middle of a gig. Yeah. Don't even know the second chord. That'd be quite funny to do. Cool. Anyway, Tad, how we doing? Epic. Yes, thank you very much. Bro, your course is amazing. Thank you. Oh, lots of people are saying this, and I'm really, really happy. Do you know, it's nerve-wracking actually building a course. You go through the course, you think you've got everything there, and you go, is it enough? Is it okay? Are people going to like it? They're going to go, God, I know this already, JP. Duh. And it's nerve-wracking. And then I put the course out there, and everyone's really liking it. So I'm really, really happy, and thank you so much if you've invested in the course and you've trusted me with that. So thank you. It's really, really, it's really heartwarming. So thanks very much. Right. I've done this one before on a how to loop on a Tuesday Tunes, but I'm gonna just do this one because I just think it's fun. And if you see me live at a gig, like doing covers and stuff, you would have seen me do this because I like playing this song. Now, just before I carry on, there was a little bit of a gap there. Can you hear it? Just at the end. It's kind of just gets over the hill. Now I could leave that, and obviously when I play, just make sure I adjust that so it's more of a relaxed beat as opposed to, oh, record it again, it's not perfect. Don't worry about being perfect. I'm not.
About the way you walk, deeply dark, hot for the cash you got, deeply dip about the fun we had, deeply mad, mad for the fun we had. Oh, my love, give me head, not tail of passion. Oh, my love, let's set sail for the seas of passion now. About the way you walk on tech sport. Let the neighbors talk. Deeply dippy, I'm your Superman. I'll explain. You're my Lois Lane. Oh, my love. And make head, not tail of passion. Oh, my love. Let's set sail for the seas of passion now. Tip about your Spanish eyes, Sierra smile, legs that go on for miles and miles, miles and miles, and miles and miles and miles and miles and oh, my love, and make head now tail of passion. Oh, my love, let's set sail for the seas of passion. Oh, my love, and make head, not tail of passion. Oh, my love, let's set sail for the seas of passion now.
So, right said Fred, deeply dippy. Capo number 5 on a normal tuning. Chords are as follows: G, E minor, F, and C. That is it. 4 chords all the way through. G, E minor, my dodgy F, and then C. Okay? And then we've basically got a cool little beat. So, and then all you got to do is just mute again, play the 4 chords. You heard me use the RC-600 G to B. Dun, 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 dun. translates to. And that is it. And obviously you play with the top. Curves you got first, I always forget that. That's my old mate Chris. When we used to play this in a band, I always used to say, deeply dip by the way you walk, and it was curves you got every time. Anyway, yeah, so there's literally 2 loops. I did this on an RC30. You can do this on an RC5, RC3. All you got to do is, with the RC3 and 5, you add it on top as you put all the beats down first. Then what you do is you then put the second loop down with your guitar and your bass, and then what you do is you use undo. So we used to have like an FS5 or FS6, FS5 is the one pedal, which was undo, redo, undo, redo. You can hold it down for 2 seconds and it'll undo it and redo it. But I just had the one button thing, so just undo, redo, and just taking away the guitar and bass and then putting them back again. You could do it the other way around. You could actually have it where you put the chords and you take away the drums and then bring it back for the chorus. And then I'm just using the harmony pedal, so I've just got the harmony on there, and then that is just obviously for the oh my love. I like playing that. It's a good shout in the pubs in the UK because it's a bit cheesy, it's a bit funny, you know, it's fun and games. So yes, so I just wanted to obviously do that, obviously, because it's an easy loop to do, 4 chords and just 2 loops, that's it. I just wanted to show you that it's quite quick and easy to do. So this has been Tuesday Tunes, which is that. Tuesday Tunes with GP, but also this live stream is sponsored by our friends over at DistroKid, which is a music distribution company. So if you have got music and songs that you want to put out there in the world, then you give them to DistroKid, and what they do is they push it out to all the online stores and streaming sites. They have just released, actually, as well, I forgot to say, they've just released DistroVid, V-I-D, distrovid.com. But if you're a DistroKid member, you can get DistroVid as well, or you can just get DistroVid, which is actually putting all your music, all your music videos out officially onto things like Vivo and lots of other places as well, like Apple Music and Spotify. So yeah, there's loads of different places it can put it out to, like Apple, like YouTube Music and things like that, where you've actually got the video, the official video. So that's $99 for the entire year because it costs a bit more to put video out. But this is $20, $19.99 to put out as much music as you want for the entire year. So think of all your music. Think if you can actually get like singles out, you can put as many singles out as you want. You can put as many albums out as you want. Just think of all your tracks. Think about like maybe if you've got a acoustic version of your album, you can actually release maybe 1 track a month or 1 track a week. It's up to you. Obviously a lot of work there, but you could add it all into DistroKid. And what's really cool as well is they have a couple of different tiers. So the $19.99 one, I use the middle one, which basically gives you 2 outfits. So there's myself, John Paul, and then me and my mate, Greg, we're basically Tokyo Wasteland. So if you want to go and listen to Tokyo Wasteland, it's like 80s synthwave, and it's me singing, if you want to go and check that out. And yeah, the DistroKid gives us those 2 outfits, so it's $35.99 a month. It's not. It's less than $40. It's less than 2 of the DistroKid. You know, it's $35.99 for the entire year, which is really cool. So I can put as much of Tokyo Wasteland stuff out, and I can put as much as John Paul stuff out, which is really, really cool. And you get to schedule the date of the release when you're on that tier as well. There's even a label tier as well, which starts at around about $80 for 5 bands. Or 5 artists, which is really cool. So yeah, so the link that's on the screen now, it's also in the description box below. That will give you 7% off your first annual membership with DistroKid. And I just want to say thank you for them to sponsoring the live stream. I always say video, the live stream, because obviously they are sponsoring this, and that's really, really cool. I've put the guitar down because we are coming to the end now. So if you have got any questions about things like the course, that I do, which is the RC-600 course. I do another course as well, which is called How to Loop Like a Pro. So that's actually on any looper, and it's more about structure. It's more about how you deconstruct a song. I show you one of my songs, and I just pull it apart. I just pull it completely apart and build it back up on a looper. But then also it's about how you think about timing, and you also think about structure. So that's a bit of a shorter course. So that one is $97, but if you put Loop Like a Pro, all in capitals, in the checkout, you'll get $30 off, which makes it $67. The RC600 course is a huge course. It's got lots in it. It's got over 50 videos now inside that course, or 50 lessons. 50 videos, 50 lessons, don't know what you say. And that is $197. But if you want to spread the cost of that, then you can actually put that into 4 equal payments in 4 months. It's $50 a month. So you do pay a little bit more. It's $200 in total, but you pay $197 if you buy all in one go. The links for those are all in the description box. They're also on my website, which is johnpaulmusic.co.uk. And guys, thank you very much for joining us for this afternoon for Tuesday Tunes. I know we had a bit of a ropey start. We were 20 minutes in, but thank you very much for joining us. I hope you guys are well, and stay safe and all that jazz, and keep looping. Cheers.
go.